That was better than your song.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Ramblecast. And unfortunately, Nick said, fuck you guys, no song. It's basically what he was explaining to us beforehand. He just says, sometimes I don't feel like giving a song.
That was the sugar-coated version. Yeah.
Yeah. And here comes Matt.
Yeah. 1 minute late, as usual.
What? No, I'm on time.
No.
Well, my clock's 1 minute slow.
Well, then that's not our fault. But anyway, we're here. You missed the song, though.
Oh, shit. Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, okay.
We don't fuck. I don't. I'm the producer. I don't fuck around. Either you're here on time or I start it.
I'm just glad to see that Chris got a haircut. I mean, he's looking really sharp today.
Well, you missed him taking a shit before we got.
I got them all cut.
You got them all cut, even the drapes. I meant the carpet. I fucked up that joke.
But we knew what you meant. We knew what you meant. What are you eating?
Doritos.
Yeah, so Matt's got Doritos, Chris has got sunflower seeds, and I got pizza.
Don't they have like ketchup Dorito chips and mustard Dorito chips now?
I got peach Bellini.
Peach Bellini. Hey, I think I got. I think I had those in. I got those when I was in California with something peach, and they were pretty good. I enjoyed them. It did the job. It just kind of mellowed me out.
Wait, and Nick's got pizza?
I got pizza. Yeah.
What do you got, Jack, tonight?
Just a drink. I haven't drank in like 2 months. I said,
Is it Jack and Coke?
It's rum and Coke, but Jack and Coke works too. Did I ever tell you my Jack story?
How you got the name Jack?
No, I'm named after my dad, but
that was a short story.
No, I was in Vegas one time, and we were drinking apple martinis, and we were sending apple martinis to everybody that was playing. Go sit in that table, 6 apple martinis. Sit in that table, 6. So everybody was getting drunk at the thing, and I might have had a little too much to drink. So the security guard came over. He let me talk into his little thing. I was nice. All right, more apple martinis so I was pretty much shit faced. So we go away, and I kept asking this one waitress, "Can I get a Jack Daniel's straight? Can I get Jack Daniel's straight?" And she goes, no, I'm just kidding. So after me doing it like 5 or 6 times, she said, here it is, and you're going to drink it now in front of me. And it was about this. It was about this big. And I'm like, I'm already shit faced. So I go, I'm not afraid of that. So I drink it. And I mean, I was sicker than a dog. Than a dog. I threw up, and I was a mess. But that's my Jack Daniel's story. Sicker than a dog. Well,
everyone just lost a good 2 minutes of their lives.
Yeah, it's not the funniest story, but the funniest thing was the next day.
Now,
this couple like sit next to me. They go, "Whoa, nice." They were talking to me like I knew them, and I go.
I was muted. What I said was funny. I didn't just wave weed in front of the camera. I mean, Jack joke was funny, and this would make it better. But it's too late now.
I'm not. It wasn't it. I'm just telling the story. It's
got to join us live for these visual clues that we give.
Anyway, so how's everyone's week going?
Pretty good.
This will be the last.
Kind of shit, actually.
This will be the last Wednesday night for a while.
Oh. Okay. I see.
Why is it shitty, Chris?
It just works brutal. But my son had a case of something. I don't know what the fuck he had, but
the Mondays.
We thought it was we thought it was pink eye at first, but it wasn't.
Oh. Now I get serious.
But he was all like, actually, I just fucking show you.
Did you tell him to stop rubbing shit in his eyes?
Stop farting in your
stop cleaning the dog's asshole out like Tim did.
What? Yeah, I think it's just like daycare fucking grossness.
You don't remember that?
I do. I vaguely remember.
Oh yeah. Poor kid.
Oh my gosh.
He's so cute though, isn't he?
Yeah, especially with it. He looks like a Japanime character, with those tears in his eyes. He's like,
oh yeah,
right,
Daddy, please.
Yeah.
But
I
in other
have this-
news, my
Go
other
speed
offspring
racing.
had her first field hockey game over the weekend.
nice.
So that was kind
I
of nice
saw,
to see.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I used to
so-
coach a girl in hockey who was also a field hockey player, and she was on the cover of the field hockey magazine, the national. So I have it
No
signed
shit.
here somewhere. Yeah. She
Nice.
was a really good field hockey player. I mean, probably got a scholarship somewhere.
Field
don't
hockey
know
is
if
just lacrosse, right? Or is there two different sports?
No,
They're very different sports.
Okay.
Very
I didn't
different
know.
sport.
Yeah.
It's like
lacrosse was
hockey.
invented by Native Americans. Okay,
Yes,
field
exactly.
hockey was invented by Canadians that didn't have ice.
Yeah, field hockey was invented by people who can't skate. Right.
I'm really like learning the game as we go because I don't know anything about it. But a good friend of mine actually, he played in high school, and that was kind of like a big deal at the time because not many, if any, men played the sport, and he kind of like changed the landscape of it in
What are
Massachusetts.
you talking about?
Well,
I thought Wayne and Garth played field hockey.
They played street hockey.
They played street hockey.
Oh, okay, street hockey.
Car. Game on. Game on.
which was so true. Car.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or someone riding their bike through. It's like, come on.
I always wondered if, because Garth was always second, to Wayne. So I always wondered if they ever switched up and like Wayne actually played goalie, because it's like, no, I bet Garth is just always playing goalie.
Lights out.
It takes a special person to want to play goalie.
Dude, the goalie on my daughter's team, she's the cutest kid. She's so small, like she's like the shortest kid in the team, like the smallest kid in the grade. And when they put those field hockey like equipment, I probably have a picture of that too. When they put the field hockey like goalie equipment on, it's an absolute riot because it makes her, it like doubles her size, maybe triples her size. To be honest with you, but let me see if I can find a picture of the.
They use like a wooden ball, right? It's like
No, it's a hard plastic ball.
Hard plastic ball.
There's the goalie, like
Nice.
dwarfed in goalie gear, so she can't run. She has to like waddle. It's awesome.
Just get it past the goalie.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun to watch. I'm stoked to see after 2.5 years of like really no real kid activity sporting wise, to see the kids out there having a blast. And my daughter's actually gotten like fallen in love with the sport, which I think is great.
Nice.
She still doesn't know what the hell she's doing, but she's just loving the whole like.
Is
team
she having
camaraderie
fun? That's all that matters.
Having
That's
a
all that
fucking
matters.
blast, and it's like.
Now, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, has this goalie fallen down and not been able to get, because
Oh.
a lot of time,
No,
like
she's been good.
young-
She's been good.
really young goalies in hockey, when they fall over, they're like turtles.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't get up.
If you're reffing, you have to go over and pick them up and put them back.
But yeah, my daughter Emma's been having so much fun. Like this is like the first thing she's really kind of like latched onto as far as like extracurricular outside of school, and she's having a blast. So I picked her up from practice today, and she was all smiles, having a blast. Chris Doran says his knees are shot from being a street hockey goaltender. Yeah, that'll do it for sure.
Yeah, there's no give. Well, there's no give on ice either. I mean,
No.
actually, I think ice is harder than the street.
They play on turf here,
Yeah.
which means I've got all those little black pellets all over my fucking house from being tracked in from her.
Oh,
equipment.
AstroTurf.
Yeah.
Do they still call it AstroTurf?
I think so, yeah. But yeah, all those little black pellets all over the place. It's fun to clean them up. Nope.
How do schools afford all that turf?
That's a town thing. It's not the schools that own it. The field they play on is a town park.
No. Because I know in San Diego,
Field turf. Chris Doran says field turf.
field turf.
Yeah.
Brandy says Nancy Reagan's knees were shut too.
I almost went there too, Randy.
Call back.
Yeah.
We are still going.
She was a street goaltender.
Yeah.
If you're just tuning into us,
Just tuning us.
tuning us.
You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish.
You can't tune the RCAD because we're always out of tune. Except for Nick, who brings it every night.
Every night.
Except
he didn't bring a song.
You didn't bring a song tonight?
No. But if you would have been here on time, you would have known.
I went upstairs to get my water. I grabbed the chips, and then I did about three other things, and then I was here.
What flavored Dorito chips are they?
Just the regular kind. It's the kind where you're
nacho cheese.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, the Dorito Frito-Lay company has been teasing the fuck out of me because you guys all know my plight. I've been looking for it and searching for the Salsa Rio Doritos forever, and then sometimes they do the throwback, like limited edition, and they have like 3 different times in the last 3 or 4 years brought back the limited edition throwback flavor of the taco flavor, which is bullshit because the taco flavored Doritos are not old school. Those are like 90s.
No. They were around when I was a kid. In fact, I think that was the first. I think that was the first flavored Dorito chip because it used to be just regular
Dorito corn chip was the first flavor.
Well, if you would have let me finish there, Jay Leno, I would have told you the first Dorito chip was the corn chip.
We'll make more.
And then they came out with the taco chip. So it is old school. That's how I remember it because I said, "Oh my god, taco chips!" Because they don't make the regular Dorito chip anymore. Mm-mm. It all has to have flavor.
The first Dorito chip Jack ever had was called Dirt. That's all they had.
And we were happy to have it.
It was just a piece of bark.
They were invented.
It was on the Oregon Trail.
Those were cow chips. That was something completely different.
They were invented in Disneyland.
What Doritos were?
That's interesting.
Yeah. Legend has it. Who knows if it's real?
Oh, I've read that. It's like a stand somewhere. I've read that before. Yeah.
Okay. I thought Thomas Jefferson sold them in his lazy Susan.
See, like this article that I'm looking at, it's kind of sharing all the different flavors is horseshit because they don't even fucking mention the Salsa Rio.
You know why? Because nobody liked them.
I liked them.
If people liked them, they'd be on the shelves.
There's a whole lot of good chips from the 90s that aren't around, like pizzerias and some other stuff that were really good. And they just kind of quit making them.
They were so good.
Did you see that taco chips were around in the 70s?
We weren't alive in the 70s. Well,
I was, and that's what I'm telling you.
I was, yeah. But, I was just a wee lad. So it is surprising how much time my life was spent in the 70s. So, I mean, anyway, that's side.
You know what flavor was good? Was Jumpin' Jack Doritos. Remember those?
Yeah. I don't remember those.
It's like the Monterey Jack cheese flavor. They were
Okay. That's probably how I knew.
Don't encourage him, Sherry.
Yeah.
Sherry says, Jack, when you're right, you're right.
No. You can just leave that.
I think Jack has a story about how those Doritos became Jack flavored.
Yeah. Exactly. I was in Vegas. It's pretty shit face.
Yeah. He wanted.
To be honest with you, I think there's too many flavored Dorito chips now. It's like, okay, they've gone too far.
I don't think it's like Kit Kats or Twix.
I agree.
Kit Kats,
and Oreos too. Oreos is kind of going.
Oreos. Yeah, it's just like you're just making shit up now. It's like Lay's when they let the public pick one, and they're the most disgusting chip you've ever had in your life.
Yeah.
Cocaine.
What a waste of potatoes.
Yeah.
those are Pringles.
Have we ever had a Dorito chip versus?
I don't think so.
We've had chip versus,
but we've never had a Dorito chip versus. Do we do one on the? Do we do one on the spot right now?
The thing is that like how many choices do we have? And then because everyone's gonna either pick either Nacho or Cool Ranch because those are the two main.
I'd go Flamin' Hot for those people that like Flamin' Hot.
I'm gonna go. I bet you would. My heart and not even try to win. It's gonna be fucking Salsa Rio because they're so.
And I would pick tachos. I would pick tacos.
Tachos. Really?
Oh, okay. Well, then I would pick Cool Ranch.
You know which one? Which was a really good Dorito? Maybe it was a Lay chip. I can't remember. But they had like that. I remember they did like that white and black bag that was like a test bag, and you had to like figure out what the flavor was.
Yeah, that was.
And it was fucking awesome. And I totally figured it out. and it was late night cheeseburger was what it turned out to be.
Right, and they made those for a short while. Yeah,
and I'm like, this tastes like a Whopper. And I'm like, these are amazing. And then sure as shit, a year or two later, they had the late night cheeseburger and that late night taco for that matter too.
I tried one of those. But
what are you going salt? What are you doing? Salsa? What's your
salsa Rio for sure?
Salsa Rio.
Salsa Rio.
Did you guys ever have the urinal?
But the thing is,
cake one?
I know I'm not going to win because nobody born after the year of 1992 is ever going to have the opportunity to have them.
Well,
which one do you like? Which one do you want?
Is.
Which one do you want, Nick?
Classic.
Yeah, I'll just go
ranch.
Ranch? Well, no,
oh, you cut out. We don't know.
God, those
Matt picked ranch.
So the internet said I couldn't choose. So I'll go with nacho cheese. It's fine.
Nacho cheese. Okay. All right, we'll put it up. We'll put it up there, and we'll see.
Fine.
Well, of course, we're gonna get people. How come you didn't pick
guacamole?
Guacamole.
Sweet and spicy.
Yeah.
Why didn't you pick urinal cake? Matt mentioned it.
Well, I like urinal cake, but only after it's been used.
Did you guys who chose Cool Ranch? Anybody choose Cool Ranch?
Matt did.
Matt did.
I honestly think if Salsa Rio is not in the picture, Cool Ranch is probably going to be the number one Dorito in my book.
It's blue,
even better than nacho cheese.
I love Cool Ranches. But like the thing is I don't. It's the bag that I only eat on occasion. Whereas in the nacho ones I'll eat more. Just because it's just a nacho cheese flavor. But because it's kind of like my favorite chip is actually Ruffles, sour cream, and cheddar.
Oh, so good, dude.
Love that chip. That chip.
That is the shit. And the cost of those just keep going up and up. I mean, I understand inflation and all, but man,
the bags are getting smaller and smaller. Like the family size bag. I go, what family? Is this a family of one now?
Oh,
they made a sour cream and onion Dorito too.
You know what? When you're talking Ruffle, I like just the regular Ruffles. The old
Ruffles are you can't go wrong with Ruffles.
Ruffles are ridges, man.
But the sour cream and onion, sour cream, cheddar, onion, whatever.
Yes,
I rarely eat those though because I love them so much. That it's like a special thing. When I see them, I'm like, it's time for me. My grandkids.
You can knock down an entire bag in a night.
Oh yeah, one sitting. Yeah, And then you gain like 5 pounds.
Exactly.
It happens.
That's what I mean with the Cool Ranch. It's like I don't eat them a lot.
I'll eat them, but if I had my choice, Cool Ranch is not going to be one of my first picks. I mean, I'll eat them. I'm like,
I'll watch a bag of Cool Ranch.
The taco ones I love, and I'll eat a whole bag. But then I got heartburn all night long. I'm like, why'd I eat those? My wife always goes, "Why are you buying those? It always gives you heartburn." I go,
Bell versions.
Yeah.
Have you remember Cooler Ranch?
Prilosec flavored Doritos?
Not Cool Ranch, but Cooler Ranch.
Was that the one where they just caked on the dust?
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't cool enough to eat them, so I was thinking.
I never heard of that Cooler Ranch.
I remember Cooler Ranch.
Yeah, they kind of came and went just like the.
Hey, what's your?
Did you guys ever have the ranch hand ones? So creamy sauce. Sorry, I'm just trying to come up with this.
You thinking about those sheep again?
Same thing, sheep ranch chips. High five, Nick.
Sometimes
crunch all you want.
Pleasure
more.
Crunch.
Thank you, Ranch. The chunk,
crunch all you want. We'll make more.
Only at Pleasure Ranch.
Pleasure Ranch. Yeah, there you go.
Oh Christ.
So Cooler Ranch. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So Cooler Ranch was good.
Oh my god.
In the old Big Grab bags. Remember those? The Big Grab?
Everything like that, the excess went away with Super Size Me. When that came out, it killed everything that was big, jumbo. Like unless you go to Costco
but they don't. It's ridiculous now when you buy something. It's like I think we talked about before. Ding dongs used to be like a hockey puck,
right?
They'd be in the silver aluminum foil thing. I don't know if you guys remember that, but that's when they were the best. And then now, I swear to God, they're like this. They're like, I go, what the hell happened to this ding dong? It's like
that's
just
a ding.
Size.
Where's the dong?
Yeah. And chips are the same. The bags are getting smaller. Candy
Let
bar.
the record show. Matt just asked, "Where's the dong?" I'm not going to fucking let that one slide.
Over here.
40 years from now, when I'm put in front of like a Senate Judiciary Committee, let the record show that Matthew.
Hold on. You think you're still going to be here 40 years from now?
Right. I know the Earth's going to be a shithole, and I'll be living off of like
no.
vacuum.
We'll still be here, but 40 years from now,
really?
You'll be very fucking old.
Wow. Okay.
So what the fuck, Taco Bell? I mean, why would they get rid of the Cool Ranch taco? Like, that was amazing. Like, the Dorito taco is good. Don't get me wrong. The Dorito taco is good, but the Cool Ranch taco, that thing was fucking amazing.
You're saying Taco Bell and good in the same sentence.
Yeah, well, you say Jack in the Box and good. It's the same
shit. It is not. It's not. It is not the same. Jack in the Box is far better than Taco Bell.
At least Rihanna brought back the Mexican pizza for everyone. So
in schools, I've never seen it aside from school. Or is that at Taco Bell?
Taco Bell.
Okay, so I've been at Taco Bell twice in my life.
See, I would go to
Wait,
Del Taco.
are you serious?
Yeah.
Huh.
One, I grew up with Taco
I
John.
once went to Taco Bell twice in one day.
Nice. Yeah. No, I grew up with.
Of course,
Taco
your family
John.
didn't see you the rest of the day.
Yeah, I grew up with Taco John's, which is it's more out here, out west. But there was one in West Tennessee growing up, and then
you got a Taco John.
Yeah, and then the two times I've had Taco Bell, I got such bad heartburn. I was like, "Fucking never again." Like,
so Taco John, taco is that like a saying for something? Taco John,
that's just what it's called. Yeah,
like bathroom Taco John.
It's a prostitution thing. So,
okay.
Hey, you guys got any Taco Johns? Yeah, we got one.
Hey, John, you want this taco?
No, like you just pour Prilosec.
You can eat it long time.
Like a Pepto-Bismol, layer on your
Chris,
taco.
I bet they're gonna go with the Cool Ranch thing, kind of like how McDonald's does the McRib. Like they'll bring it back like every so often just to kind of keep it alive. Because I think it was. I didn't eat it, but
even Sherry says they were the next level. They really were. Like they added so much to the taco. What?
Next level from what? It's fucking Taco Bell.
They're fucking great, dude. Like, think of having a taco, but having the shell
dog
goddamn Cool Ranch Dorito.
And then Cool Ranch,
amazing.
Cool Ranch tacos. Hey, it's the next level.
It certainly was.
I'm
there was
sorry.
nowhere to go but down from there, and they went down from there by not offering anymore.
Now I got to ask this question: is when you get the taco, is the cheese on top of the lettuce or on top of the meat at Taco Bell? It's still on top of the lettuce. Yep. Why did they? I will say this to the day I die. Why?
I don't fucking.
Because Del
care.
Taco does the same.
It goes to the same place.
No, the cheese needs to be on the meat, so it kind of melts the cheese.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not looking for fucking gourmet Mexican cuisine. I'm going for the shit that I want to eat because I got the munchies.
This is one of his
drunk.
Things. This is one of his platforms. Okay.
Yeah, it's what I would run on.
I was about to say that.
No, that's Dunkin' Donuts.
Of course, of course, that's in the same sense what I would run on Taco Bell.
Yeah, I got you.
But the thing is, make no mistake, Jack. We're not going for a fucking Mexican meal. Like we're going to like.
I get that, but it's not like you're asking people to change the whole taco. You're just saying, hey, put the cheese on top of the meat, put the lettuce on top.
We understand how a car engine works, okay? It's just the fact that some people.
Why did they do that? I can't get an answer.
It's part of the assembly line. It's just easier to sprinkle the cheese on top.
It's not sprinkle. It's a big clump. It's like a big frozen.
I blame boomers.
For someone who doesn't give a shit about Taco Bell, you seem to give a shit about Taco Bell.
No, it's because I'm saying Del Taco does the same thing with their tacos.
Do they? I've never been to a Del Taco.
My nephew used to work there, and I told him, hey, you want to become president of the company someday? Switch the meat, switch the cheese and the lettuce. You'll be a hero. I can't see. I can't see how I'm wrong here.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't think if you're right, it would make a difference.
It would make a difference.
Chris is solid. right now.
Like, I don't think anyone gives a fuck other than you. No. I've never once in my life heard anybody complain about the cheese placement on a Taco Bell. Like, I've never heard anybody complain about Taco Bell because you know exactly what you're going to get.
He would complain the next day, like all Taco Bells tomorrow switched to the way Jack wants, and then we would hear it like, so I get my tacos in, right? And all the lettuce just keeps falling out of the fucking top of the taco, and all I have is just meat and then melted cheese and then the shells. Like, where's the lettuce? I pick up the lettuce and put it back in the taco.
Okay, the tomatoes have to be on top of the lettuce to hold the weight of the lettuce.
Yeah, that's fine. But like Del Taco, they put the tomato on top of the cheese, so it's cold.
This issue, okay?
We don't have Del Taco out here, and we barely have Taco Bell. We barely have Taco Bell.
Understand why you're bitching about a taco place that you don't even get to visit.
See, there's Randy. My local taco place puts the cheese and meat, and then adds the lettuce and tomato. That's in Pennsylvania, right, Randy? Because the people in Pennsylvania know what they're doing.
Yeah, people like Jack are the people that
this is Taco fucking
get,
Bell.
Like, the cold side of the burger.
It doesn't. I get it's Taco fucking Bell, but you can do it the right fucking way. Who's the fucking asshole that from the start of Taco Bell said, "All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put the taco shell, and put the meat in. Then we're gonna put the lettuce, and then we're gonna put the cheese." All you had to do is go back the other way and do it the right fucking way. Nobody in their right mind from the start would go meat, lettuce, cheese, tomato.
So Sherry brings up a good point. As a former Taco Bell employee, it's all about continuity. They want you to have the same experience wherever you go, and they want Jack to complain about the same shit at every level.
Okay, Sherry, I get that, but why couldn't they from the start it could be all consistent? Meat, cheese, lettuce, tomato. It's really not that different. It's not that different. I'm saying whoever started this.
Yeah.
It's like the Second Amendment, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
It's exactly like the Second Amendment.
I don't understand exactly how.
We can't get rid of guns because of the Second Amendment, right? So it's like taco places like Taco Bell say, "Oh, that's how they've done it from day one. We can't change it." Even though it's better the other way, we can't change it because
like
only one person in the world is smart enough to complain.
You know what, Jack? I think you need some time to cool off, and perhaps that means we should take a commercial break.
Well, those are real Cool Ranch style commercials.
Randy says the taco place is Tippy's in Maryland.
Yeah,
I'm
sure every taco place would do
time
that.
Out. Time out. The Tippy's is a Mexican restaurant. Tippy's.
Oh, see, now he's going to complain about Tippy's, even though they do it right in his eyes because
it's Tippy. Oh, I'm going to Tippy's today.
Ironically, they don't accept tips.
Well, what if it was Tippy is a nickname for someone's Mexican uncle like Tio. Could be Tippy Tio.
Maybe
Tio Tippy.
Yeah, maybe
I'd be okay with Tippy Tio.
Maybe you're being really fucking insensitive, Jack.
Maybe he got the name like Jack Jack's story. He was a little bit tippy drinking one night. I'm gonna make some tacos, Tippy's tacos.
Yeah, that's my crazy uncle.
I think we should all make a little journey to Laurel, Maryland, and have some Tippy's tacos.
And you would be like, oh my god, the cheese on top of the meat makes the tacos so much better.
Maybe, Jack.
Hey, side question. Does Chachi translate to anything, or is there only one Chachi? Like Chachi is just Joni Loves Chachi.
Completely original name, just for the show.
Is it?
I have no idea.
I'm just kind of curious. Like Chachi, does that mean something? Because I was driving behind this really nice Corvette today, like really nice, and I'm like, oh, it's like one of the
classic or a new
old one, or
no, it's one of the newer ones, like the new model.
If someone gave it to me, I'd take it. But
exactly. Okay. So license plate says the number one Chachi. So obviously he couldn't get just Chachi. He had to take number one Chachi. But I was kind of like wondering, like,
was it Scott
he a big
Baio?
Fan? Yeah, that's what I'm like. Was it Scott Baio? And why
we know it wasn't Aaron Moran.
Right. Why would he be in Indiana?
So Chachi is a colloquial and is used often as an adjective or an adverb, meaning great, cool, brill, or wonderful.
Oh, okay. So maybe they're like, "Hey, I'm the greatest because I'm number one," kind of thing. On
Like one could say,
"Que
chachi la foto," means what a great photo.
I thought it meant
Vaya bolso mas chachi llevas. I mean,
are you sure
that's
that
a great
doesn't
bag
mean
you're
taco? Sure that doesn't mean meat on top of your cheese.
For fuck's sake.
So you should have asked
coming from the fucking bun patty bun aficionado. I don't think we need to take any
one fucking
advice.
Time. One fucking time.
Yeah, but you know how it is on this show. You say something one fucking time.
One thing. Even if you don't actually say it, it'll be a story that you did.
Oh, I didn't say
even if you're a child.
That was fucking
very short period of time. I don't sheep. I don't living in your barn, and your daddy wasn't even a sheep farmer.
And that's where you slept. Or I guess you didn't sleep.
No, I was a kid. I was playing up in the haymow.
Yeah, you don't have to explain anymore.
Okay. Hey, unrelated to any of that stuff, and just to make us all feel old, my daughter is starting to drive. She's got her driver's permit.
Wow.
Yep. She's got her learner's permit, and so we've had a couple excursions so far where took her to the high school, had her drive around. Her high school's kind of a big campus kind of area, so it was a good place to start. My wife, she took her as well, so out driving, and then I can't even just tell a story, without.
Give me that churro.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead. No, it's a great story. I blame John the retired guy.
I blame the producer.
Producer? What the fuck? No, but are you teaching her, or is your wife teaching her?
Okay, so there's been a little bit of both. I got to do the first lesson. Denise was like, "I'm taking her the second day." Okay, and then I can't remember. Well, anyway, at some point there was Denise. My wife was like, "Oh, let's go on this long country road drive to my friend's house," and almost the entire time my wife just was like grabbing the wheel and like kind of, and it's like, no confidence.
Oh, she was freaking out.
She was freaking out and just kind of taking over for my daughter, and so I think that kind of discouraged her and kind of made her feel kind of like she wasn't in control. And even her friend, my wife's friend, was like, "Yeah, you shouldn't do that. That's more dangerous,
Because you could flip the car open."
So, I was, I told my daughter, I was like, "Hey, we'll go out, just you and me. I won't touch the wheel, so that you can." So we went out today, just right through our downtown, lots of turns, because that's what she needs to work on. She's still in that kind of balancing of like trying to figure out where you are on the road, and then how to make a hard turn or a soft turn, and just that building that confidence and muscle memory. And then we got out onto some farm roads, and I got her to get up to 50 miles per hour, which was because, sometimes I'm like, look, there's no one around. Just go. Just push the gas and go. And it was funny because she pushes in the gas and she's like, wee. I just was like, okay. So we had a good session today. It was about 40 minutes, and she came back and she had some confidence, she's like, I'm feeling good. I feel like I did better. So another big milestone coming up this weekend. She's going to homecoming. So
wow.
Going to a dance, and my wife again was kind of like, hey, we should go to the homecoming game together, like as a family. And I was like, what are you doing? I was like,
just let her experience it.
No. I was like, if she wants to go to the game, she would have said something,
Right.
And she can be a bit of an introvert. And I just broke it down, and I was like, look, the idea of taking an introvert into something where she needs to be an extrovert or feel like she's on display for other people, I was like, no, let her be prepared for the one thing that she's excited to go to. So she's got a dress, and she's, I don't know. I'm happy for her because she's, growing up, but it's definitely like
it only gets worse from there.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
I'm being honest. I mean, guys start coming over, and
I know.
it's just
fuck
like,
no.
and you're like going,
I'm not ready for that part yet.
It's just like,
So
because it's funny how my wife taught all three of our kids to drive. You know, they do drive like shit, but because I had no patience. I couldn't do it.
No.
I already beat my dad because my dad and he tried to teach me, and I hit the gas and took us up on a curb, and that was it. It was like
my dad was
didn't
like
hurt the car, but
yeah.
you know,
my dad was like the most patient guy in the world, except when it came to me. And but I learned at school. We had,
can't imagine why.
Yeah, we had once a week we would go out we had range driving. We had cars at the school. We drive on a range, and so I learned at the school. At school, my parents didn't have to teach me. So
yeah, that's how I did actually in high school. We had a driving class, and I got to go out with an instructor, and that's really actually when I learned to drive. But basically, I had no confidence from my father after that point to like, you know, hey, here, go ahead, take the car out. You know, it was all
that's what I did, Randy.
You did.
Tractor on a farm.
I did. I mean, I was driving something by the time I was 8. So like, I never took one driving lesson. I just knew how to do it.
Sure.
Because I would ask because a lot of people would go down to where the stadium was, a lot of kids, and before they were like even allowed to drive. And I would ask my dad. He goes, "No, you're not doing that." I go, "Okay." I said, "Okay, that's fine. That's cool. I'll just be behind everybody else." and that's why we have cheese on top of lettuce.
Anyway, that's been my recent I don't know, family life. This whole teaching my daughter how to drive, and
she's
again. I'm not trying to scare you, but you are getting into
a sophomore.
She's a sophomore.
Wait till they start looking at colleges.
Yeah, that's already. I mean, it's already in the air and talk of it and what she wants to do.
I don't know how the hell I'm going to afford to send my kid to college.
I know, crazy.
It'll be free. It'll be free then.
I'm hoping.
I doubt.
Indiana's though got some pretty good schools. So you got Kent State and
Kent
Notre
State?
Dame and Kent. That's in Ohio.
That's Ohio. Yeah.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you got some.
You just can't protest at Kent State.
You got Purdue, and
that's
Indiana
his
name.
Indiana University.
I think you're okay, Jack.
Okay. Most people didn't even understand what I was saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where she'll end up going just yet. So, but yeah, you know, it's everything in its own time. I just kind of feel like, you know, yeah, I can think back to when she was just like a 2-year-old toddler running around, and I can still remember those days. I can still remember, you know, those little steps along the way. But you know, it's like I do enjoy being able to have a conversation with her at a more adult level, you know, and that is a really cool thing because she still wants to be a kid and have those kind of kid-like moments, you know.
Well, that's good.
And you know, but we also share a lot in common with art, and so there's always this like element of like talking about art or sharing in drawings.
Is she as good as you?
She can be better than me. So you know,
wow.
I mean,
well, that's actually saying a lot.
I just feel like she has the potential to be better than me, just because you know, and she's wider versed in other areas. So, but you know, I don't know. It's like I don't think of it as like you know, I'd rather her be better than me. I have higher hopes for her. Yeah. You know, just like you do with all your children. You're just like, I hope you do.
See, I think that's going to be the logical transition out of your TikTok account of your everyday inventors.
I've thought about it. I'm like, she can take things a lot further than what I can. You know, so I've definitely, Chris, thought about that, but I'm late on posting for my everyday inventors, and so what Chris is referring to, you had noticed I hadn't posted.
I noticed also. But...
Well, usually I do a daily drawing on either Instagram or TikTok. You can follow.
How long does it take you to film it?
It's usually about an hour and a half drawing, sometimes a 3-hour drawing. It just depends on how much time I spend on one. Some drawings are bigger, some drawings are smaller, you know. And I just thanks, Randy. Glad that you enjoy the videos. So
don't forget your other account.
Just those
only crayons.
Only crayons.
Only crayons. I need to open up Only Crayons. Dude. You guys that is such a fucking good. We were all, I think, laughing about that the next day. We were all like, "Damn, that's pretty good." Only Crayons.
I think I texted you saying that's one of the funnier things I've said.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
What are you talking about?
My granddaughter started saying something yesterday. Was it yesterday? She goes, "I'm cheeky." I go, I wasn't getting it at first. I said, "You're what?" And she goes, "Cheeky." I guess it's from Bluey.
Oh yeah,
the cartoon Bluey.
Oh, okay.
She goes, "I'm cheeky." I said, "Oh, okay, you're cheeky."
Bluey's great.
Bluey is great.
I've seen probably every episode, but I don't think I've watched it from start to finish.
Me neither.
I mean, I know they're only like 5-6 minutes, but I start watching it and I get
sometimes those
distracted.
endings.
Dude,
sometimes
the
those
music is
endings,
fantastic.
Yeah,
like it's
music.
really good
And
No,
emotional. There's been some episodes where I'm like, "Fuck you, I'm not crying. Fuck you, Bluey." God damn this.
I'm like, why doesn't the dad work though? He's got a job, but he's never working. So he's fucking
Well,
around.
I think the mom isn't like a security dog, like at the airport. I think that's what she does.
Yeah,
She's like
maybe. I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah. My daughter, my kids know more about the mythology or their kind of stuff because you know there's one episode, Jack, though, about a grandpa and the grandpa and the daughter. It's really sweet where he's trying to escape her and she's worried about him, you know, and he's kind of taking the grandkids and they're running off doing their own little things, and then at the end they catch up together and the lesson is learned that he needs to listen to his daughter and actually like take his medicine, and there's a really sweet moment where they're watching the grandkids jump in the water and swim, and she says to the dad, "Oh, you know, it just seems like," or he says, "You know, it just seems like yesterday that, you know, you were doing this," and it flips back to like when they were, you know, when he was the dad and she was the daughter.
Yeah.
And even not being a grandpa, I just like that part. I'm just like,
owned you.
Damn it. Yeah. It's very sweet.
I'm glad she's moved on from Peppa Pig.
So Peppa.
It is weird. Like I was saying to my sister about my nephews about how I remember growing up, always thinking it was weird that my grandparents had like pictures of me when I was like 2 or 3 or 5 or 6. You know, when you're 18 or 19, you're like, why do you have these old photos on the fridge? Like that was forever ago. But then to us, it's like it was a blink of the eye. You know, because like I've photos on my fridge, they're 4, 5, 6. You know, and
sure
now they're 14 and 11. And it's like
because eventually you stop coming around your grandparents, right?
Not mine.
Not yours. No.
I did.
Yeah, I stopped seeing my grandparents.
No, I saw mine a lot. My dad's parents, because they only passed away a couple years ago, whereas my mom's parents passed away in '99. But yeah, like what I'd see them. I don't know, 3 times a year.
Well,
after I moved, you know. But
my grandmother lived in Pennsylvania, so we saw her like every 3 years or when she came out. And then my other grandparents were drunks, so I just didn't want to see them. After a certain age, you realize you go,
don't need that in life.
Right. No, they're just go ahead.
In other news, but also somewhat emotional, I finished watching Peaky Blinders.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Fucking great show. Loved it. It got a little weird, kind of like you could tell they had some strings of stories kind of going off in a few different directions. They didn't really necessarily reel back in.
Right.
But for fuck's sake, nobody warned me about the Ruby storyline. And god damn it, it killed me.
Well, what were we supposed to tell you?
No, I mean, Matt might have, but
no, I haven't watched the show, so I would know.
Luckily, you weren't spoiled because Matt didn't watch it.
But man, I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody who hasn't watched it yet. But
that's if you cried over the cartoon,
tears your heart out.
Fuck, it tears your heart right the fuck out. But great characters in that show, absolutely fucking phenomenal characters in that show. Like Alfie Solomon's, what's his name? Hardy. What's his first name?
James Hart. James.
Matt Hardy.
Jim
Hardy.
James, isn't it?
Whatever. Hardy.
Jim.
No.
Fucking Bane. Dude, whatever his name is.
He was in Band of Brothers. You could see his butt.
He's been in a bunch
his
of stuff.
character was so unique in the sense that it was like he was ruthless, but at the same time hilarious. And he brought some levity to these scenes, although he was absolutely a fucking shithead of a person.
Right.
And it was one of those, and that's kind of like the conflict of everybody on that show is they're all fucking terrible people.
Yeah.
But they all brought something that you really liked. Tom Hardy. Thank you.
I was actually wondering if Matt Treese was in the chat.
Yeah, there he is.
He was just waiting. He was waiting to say, "Okay, I'm gonna. These guys are gonna fuck up at one point. I gotta 45, be there."
45. That's where they fucked up. Okay, I'm gonna jump it in. I mean, tomorrow's his birthday. The fucking of course. We should have had Tom on. We should have had Tom on the show.
We should have. Does Treese have like an IMDb like brain implant somewhere,
or he's googling? That does
got the Matrix.
No, he's too quick with it. So I
swear, there's.
I think I agree with you. He's got a chip in there. He goes.
Yeah. So all the characters are all fucking shitheads in that show, but they all bring something that you really love. And like I think the number one of that is Arthur, and Arthur's character. Holy shit! Like Jack, you mentioned something when I first started watching it, saying Arthur's in real bad shape. Like, and I was like, what does he mean by that? Yeah. And you almost matted the show for me in a sense.
I did, but I did stop. I said,
reeled it in. You didn't reveal too much.
I don't want to be a dick about it. So I said no.
And you weren't. But once you get to the end, the last season, it's like, wow, like he's fucked up. And that actor did such an amazing job. And you can tell, like, you know, his demeanor towards the last season, like his mannerisms, he didn't show his face a lot. And I think that's likely because they probably had a lot of prosthetics on his face to make him look even worse. But the depth of that character was unbelievable. And then the storyline about Polly. So the actress died.
Yes, she did.
She had breast cancer.
She was married to
Damian Lewis
who should have been the next Bond.
Yeah,
Homeland, Band of Brothers.
A Ginger Bond.
He should have been the next Bond.
So that I didn't know that had happened. You know, you
didn't know she had died?
No, I had no clue. You know, and
now her character's amazing too. I mean,
fucking unbelievable, dude. Yeah. Like her character. Actually, I'm gonna reel back and say Polly's probably the strongest character in the entire series.
Yes,
like she was incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I think when Sam Neill left the show, I think he was probably the most dynamic character in the beginning, you know. And then I might do
a rewatch.
She took over like the weight of the show when he left.
Yeah, she really did.
Kind of like countered, you know, but like exactly because she was like the backbone or whatever you want to call it of the show. Yeah.
Man, and the whole, you know, it's kind of cool. Like in the last season where Michael goes to jail. I drive by that jail every day.
Oh really?
Oh really?
Like Norfolk, Massachusetts is the bordering city to Franklin. So I literally, that's on my back roads to work. I bang a left at the left, like right in front of where that shot.
You bang a left.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
that you do.
That's a Massachusetts term. Sorry, bang a left. You take a left. That's fucking funny.
Bang a left.
I never thought about that in its other connotation, but yeah.
Oh that's my God. Why we're from all around the country.
I can't tell you what I'll tell you what it is after the show. What the right turn is. I can't say it. I won't. But anyways, so yeah, I drive by that. And it's interesting because the image of the jail it looks just like it, but it made it look old. Like It made it look like from wherever. I mean, like I literally drive by it on a daily basis. Yeah, she was Malfoy's mom and Harry Potter. Polly was for sure. And then there were some really interesting tie-ins with the last season and a half of some crazy ass fucking storylines that took place. Both with what's his name, the Nazi guy. I can't think of his character's name. That character just turned into a really wild character. And then they brought in like the whole like Joe Kennedy, inspired role with Uncle Jack, which not a bad Boston accent. I got to give him credit. He did a nice job. But overall, the show I really, really enjoyed. I think that they had too many layers kind of going into that last season. Maybe they didn't realize what they're going to be doing. I'm not quite sure, but.
Maybe I think Polly's death might have
affected it for sure.
The way they handled it was because I knew she had died.
It was beautiful.
I said, okay, that was perfect. The way they handled
they did a nice job with how they handled it.
But yeah, like I said, we
lost Nick.
Like
we lost Nick. Yeah,
a lot of rumors.
Sorry again, Nick. We lost you there.
Sorry.
I
think there's a lot of rumors. Yeah, I think there's a lot of rumors and confirmed rumors that they're going to make a movie.
That'd be great.
Because it ends so it's fine. You're fine with the ending, but it's also kind of open ended as well. So you're kind of like, oh yeah, they could do something else if they wanted.
And the way they ended it, you're like going, oh no, don't. Even though he's a terrible person, but you still, it's one of those things where in real life you wouldn't root for a person like that.
No, right? But I think
but in the movie.
I mean, they said that early on. I think him and Arthur already considered themselves to be dead. Like they died in World War I, and so like everyone else is rotten people, but them two, even though they're rotten, I often sympathize with them because they live like, well, fuck it, like I'm already dead, like it's just
they also because like the people in mafia they consider themselves soldiers, that they're in war, so when they're killing somebody, it's just part of war, and I think they said the same thing in an episode. Arthur and Tommy said the same thing. He said, this is just war. It's just a good.
I'm in France right now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one of the lines. I'm in France right now. Yeah,
I'm in France right now. This is war.
The show was so good. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, there's some storylines that kind of didn't get resolved. Didn't know where we were going, and Tommy Shelby was just way too cunning. Like nothing got past him. Like he never got doubled over. I mean, maybe when he got his ass kicked before the meeting with the Russians, but like he never, no one ever had a step above him. You know what I mean? Like even up until the last scene outside of the bar, like he even knew like what to do. Like that was the only thing. He almost felt invincible, which like he was on. He even says it. He goes, I have no limitations. Was his line towards the end. But he also almost became infallible amongst the story, which I think is kind of a testament to his story as well. But Matt's
sorry, I'm listening.
Every day inventing.
I didn't watch the Emmys, but it's one of those things where like I almost think award shows now are just a crock of shit.
I didn't even know the Emmys were on.
I didn't either until people started tweeting.
But according to the ratings, I guess nobody knew they were on. I guess they're down 25% from last year's terrible ratings. So I'm like, when was it on Monday? I go, Monday. I go, I don't watch it anyway.
Usually it's on Sundays. Yeah, but like, but it's things like that. Like nobody from Peaky Blinders was nominated. Like I could have sworn, Samuel L. Jackson should have been nominated for Total McGray.
Yeah.
Not even mentioned. Like, it's like, so that's how you know it's a kind of a crock of shit. It's all political or like somebody's buying to get themselves nominated or whatnot. It's like, no, it's like, that was one of Samuel Jackson's best roles. I was like, he's not even nominated. Yeah, it's just.
I didn't see it, but like I said, Peaky Blinders should be nominated for something. But it's just, I don't know. A lot of the stuff.
Better Call Saul in its 7 seasons has been nominated many times. It's never won one Emmy for anything, and it's like it's all rigged. It's like whatever.
Yeah, it's all crap. But you got me wanting to do a rewatch of Peaky Blinders. I might do a rewatch.
Ted Lasso won some awards, though.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what all they were.
It won best. I know it won best actor and supporting actor for a comedy series.
But like Steve Carell never won an Emmy.
No.
And his performance on The Office is great.
Well, Ricky Gervais lets him know that he never won an Emmy.
Right.
Yeah.
You saw that year where he accepted the award for No, he should have won something for The Office. Well, it's like in Friends, Courtney Cox is the only friend never to be nominated.
Nice.
Oh wow.
She was never nominated. But
Nick's
all
not
the other
a fan.
friends,
You can tell.
all the other.
I
But
hated Monica. I hated Monica. So.
But you were supposed to.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to hate her, but she was never nominated. All the other friends were nominated, but she wasn't, because she said it hurt. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean, does the show work without Monica? I don't think it works without. I don't think it works without any of the friends. Right?
I mean,
No, it
obviously,
doesn't, but
like
that's
it
the whole
changed
part of having
over
an
time
ensemble.
too.
Yeah.
I think,
I never fell in love with Friends. I never, in the sense of like, I never got into it. I wasn't one of the people who like watched it religiously. I watched if it was one of those shows. If it was on, I'd watch it, but I never really. It wasn't appointment television for me at all.
Yeah, I mean, we were young enough because
we were young enough not to have internet.
We were young enough to like.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, we were 14 when that show came out. So, like, to me, it just replaced, like, for my parents, it just replaced Cheers and Wings, because most of those shows.
Well, what was that show with Timothy Busfield?
West Wing.
No,
30-something.
The
30-something, right? So 30-something was like that genre,
Chicken Wing.
But that was before. That was like a generation before Friends. But I think like Friends kind of fell into that whole age group category.
Yeah, see, 30-something ended before I turned 30, so I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
So, I used to tell my wife, I go, "Can you explain to me what's going on since you're 30?"
I only picked up Friends in syndication because it was on, like, you get home from work,
right?
You put something on because you're alone. By the way, like this was like when I was just living alone or whatever. So you put the TV on just to have company, and so Friends would be on at that time, and I would be cooking like food or whatever, and I got sucked into it. Prior to that, I remember my younger sister, watching it. And I was just like, fuck this show. It's all about relationships and it's dumb. And so I just checked out of it. And
I watched it from day one. And because I think I put the kids to bed. Because I used to watch everything on whatever the schedule was on Thursday night.
Sure.
Even the crappy shows they tried to push on us, like, what's it like? There's other shows they tried to
Wings?
put in where
I know.
I'm not shitting on Wings.
What's the show with what's her name from Back to the Future?
The Boys? No, not Designing.
Sorry, that's Karate Kid Girl.
No, the mom from Back to the Future.
Suddenly Susan. No. Suddenly Susan.
Suddenly Susan was another show that they tried to put. It was with Brooke Shields.
The Nanny.
No, it wasn't The Nanny. It was
what was her name?
Mad About You.
No. Caroline in the City. Thank you, Wolfram.
Yeah.
They tried to push that show on us, and then there's
John
that
from Cincinnati.
John, that was
Fucking Treese, dude.
So, Treese, you were late. Will Fry beat you, Treese.
He's like the Rain Man of IMDb.
There was another show of Jonathan.
Oh wait, I'm
Silverman,
sorry. Will Fry. No, credit where it's due. Will Fry
beat
him. I'm sorry.
Jonathan, is it Jonathan Silverman? He had a show on there. I think that's his name.
Oh.
And it was like terrible. They kept trying to put shows on there that weren't must-see quality, and I was like,
right.
Stop trying to push this crap on us.
Mad About You. Remember Mad About You?
Mad About You was on Sundays, I believe.
I never understood like the show with David Spade. And then
just shoot me.
Just shoot me.
Just
I
Shoot Me.
never,
Yeah,
I never liked that one.
I like Just Shoot Me. Yeah, it was good.
I like that ensemble. There's I don't know.
It was good.
I definitely clicked with it, and
I like Just Shoot Me.
Kind of have a weird.
The single guy. Thank you, Matt Treese. You beat everybody. Just to say, the single guy. Yeah, it was dumb. It was stupid. I mean, it was just like, but they had for the longest time they have L.A. Law, ER, and then what was after ER? They had like no, it was Hill Street Blues. It was Hill Street Blues.
That was first.
Yeah. Then it was L.A. Law. Then it was ER for like 30 years. They owned the
Law
10 o'clock slot. Law and Order. Yeah. What did I say? L.A. Law. No, it was L.A. Law, not Law and Order.
Oh.
Law and Order was on Wednesday nights, I believe.
Isn't it weird though? Because like that's so in the past now. Like it's hard for us to grasp, but like that whole era is now.
Oh yeah, I mean
And,
you don't have a must see. Yeah,
it's just
The C show.
You'll never have that where you have like 24 or 30 something episodes per season. This is like, oh yeah, you get your 10 to 12, and because hell, like I'm just about to finish up with House of Cards season 2. And even then, like when I started getting around episode 10, I'm like, okay, so season 3 will start now. Or season 4 is like, oh shit, no, there's like 13 or 14 episodes per season. Like
what
even
the
that
fuck
to me
are they doing? This is too long.
Even that to me though is long. I'm like, wow, I got 14 episodes. Like that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, how many people actually watch? I mean, what shows do people watch live? I mean, it's pretty much like your reality shows, like your American Idol or
sports.
Or sports.
I watch
Sports
Survivor Live. I watch Survivor Live because I have to.
Right.
So
reality TV,
one episode
sports.
of Survivor.
That's about
fucking
it.
Earth 2, dude. Yes.
I liked Earth 2.
I liked Earth 2.
That was amazing with the
Rebecca
Knox girl.
Gayheart
What was her name?
and,
Rebecca Gayheart. Yeah.
It really should have gotten
Was she allowed to drive on the show?
And what's his name from fucking Lost?
Yeah, I wish Earth 2 had gotten the Serenity treatment where people were like, like this, because I really feel like it was a sleeper show.
I don't remember
Earth 2 got 2 seasons. You got 2 seasons.
Yeah, they got 2 seasons.
The Terrans were
Firefly got half a season.
Right.
Like the Terrans were so creepily terrifying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For Antonio Sabato Jr. I mean, he's a stud.
Say that 5 times fast.
But what's his name? He was the dude from Lost, the guy who I asked the question about at the.
He was the Colombian or Brazilian Tom Cruise or something like whatever.
Eyelash guy. Yeah.
No. I'm talking about the guy who was in the hatch.
Oh,
was also on Earth 2.
Oh, Desmond.
Nope. The guy before Desmond.
He was in that.
The guy I asked about on the podcast with David Carlton.
Kowals? No, not Kowals.
No.
Talking about the big guy that's in like in everything.
Yo, yes.
What's his name?
He was like the captain of the ship for Earth 2.
Yeah, that's right. He was.
Right.
Yeah.
Clancy Brown. Thank you, Chris Dorn.
Clancy Brown.
Clancy
Brown.
Who the fuck was he in the goddamn show, though?
Wow. Trista's really upset that he didn't get that before.
Trista's sleeping.
Trista's like, stop.
His last name. He went by his last name.
Rabinsky.
Nope. Rabinsky.
No, not Rabinsky.
That was the other guy. Oh, my God.
That was Eric Lang. Ha! Beat you all to it.
Come on, Treese.
My ball-headed brother.
From another mother.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all these effing reboots, that people are doing these days.
Kelvin Inman.
Why don't they do stuff like that though, and like say, hey, we're going to make another Earth 2, or we're going to make something that was like a
why
show.
Why don't we make Earth 3?
Yeah, or something. But like it's kind of like what you're talking about with Terra Nova, Jack. Like Terra Nova had a lot of potential, and they just blew it because like there was just stuff that wasn't interesting, and the kids score. That's one show you can really say the kids storyline killed the show. Right. There's a lot of them like that where it's like some shows just go on for too long. Too, it's like like I mentioned it before. Like they tried to do a War of the Worlds on FX or Sci-Fi or something like that, and like that a show like that shouldn't last more than 2 seasons, period. But they just
Revolution.
Yeah,
it was the same way. It started out really good. It's okay.
Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead. Yeah,
I never even finished it.
Still dead.
Dude, I stopped watching The Walking Dead at after season 72 or wherever the fuck it was. Like I think it was early on. I just stopped watching. Couldn't deal with it.
I read about that the other day because, I loved season 1 of The Walking Dead, and I hated season 2 with a passion. And it almost. I kept watching, but it almost killed me. And I read the other day that the reason why season 2 is the way it is because that year was the last season of Mad Men, and AMC told them you're only getting half of your budget for season 2 because we're putting all the money.
So that's why they stayed on the farm.
That's why they were on the farm.
I had no issue. Look at the flowers. I had no problem with season 2 because it made us remember that the dead were once human.
Right.
That the dead were humans, and that to me,
I watched that season though. It was the first episode, the mid-season finale, and the last episode.
Well, I get it. It went on too long, right. but I did. Okay, I get it. I defended it.
I didn't mind season 2 as much as the. Well, we got really kind of lost at or we
when Glenn was under the dumpster and somehow
that was the last episode I watched.
Yeah.
And then he gets killed a few days.
And then Glenn's.
No,
dead,
I saw Negan killing Glenn.
Right, that one.
Yeah, I think that's where I think the majority of people who left the show left after that episode.
Yeah. I wanted the Padres. I wanted the Padres to pick up Negan.
Yeah.
I was hoping they would pick up Negan.
The thing it just got redundant because, Negan was basically the governor, but just way worse. You're like,
right.
It's the same shit. Like, I'm tired of watching
signed
the
on
same
to
shit.
the boys.
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
Right. Yes.
It's gonna be good.
You are correct.
I gotta finish season 2 of the boys and watch season 3. I have been watching a show on Amazon Prime called Reacher.
Oh yeah,
you heard about the?
It's
a title where you're like, well.
Okay. Well, I saw some on TikTok. I saw some things for Reacher. I go, all right, I'll watch it. The guy on the show is fucking huge. He's a fucking. They make fun of him too because they call him a giant. The guy is just. Now I don't know if his character is supposed to have no emotion because I think he's supposed to not have any emotion, or it's just the actor can't show any emotion. So I am enjoying it, but it's kind of they don't sleep on the show. They somehow they're able to go 7 days a week without sleeping. But
he was in the Hunger Games.
He was
a lot smaller then. Yeah.
Oh, he's juiced up then, is what you're saying.
Oh God.
Allegedly.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Something
he's mammoth. He's fucking mammoth. He's just a big fucking guy.
Speaking of getting huge, something popped up on my Facebook the other day, and it was when Mark McGwire hit the 63 or 62 home run.
70. Yeah.
Best years of baseball of my generation, by the way.
I had not seen him do that, that actual hit since then. And looking at how fucking big he is, you're like, holy shit! Like, how did no one go like, yeah, that guy's on the roids?
No,
everybody knew it,
but it didn't matter because it wasn't illegal.
Right.
Well, I think it was human growth hormone. It wasn't really
there was baseball had suffered because they had the strike that wiped out wiped out the World Series. So they said, you know what? We're just going to look the other way and let you guys just juice up and fuck up every baseball record there is.
Right. It's what saved baseball, though. But yeah,
it really did.
Bullshit.
It was awesome.
I didn't get into it. I said, okay, when people my size are hitting 50 home runs, something's wrong.
Right.
Reacher was fucking Aquaman in Smallville.
Was he?
That's where I was thinking of him from. Yep. Arthur Curry in Smallville.
Oh, a show I wanted to bring up. If you guys, Jack hasn't because it's on Hulu. But the Steve Carell show, The Patient.
Oh yeah,
is that good?
Is it good?
It's one of those things that I'm going to advise wait until it's done because it comes across as a movie if they just cut up into 20 minutes.
A movie.
I mean, 20-minute show.
It's each episode is 20 minutes. So by the time you get into it, you're like, "Fuck, it's over!" Like
But the Bear was kind of like that for me because it was so frenetic that I wanted to watch the next one so I could see how it could be like. But I mean, each one of those felt like an episode.
These don't feel like episodes. They just feel like it just feels like someone chopped up a movie.
I don't know about that.
And so, I mean, so far I've been interested in it because for everyone out there, it's called The Patient, and it's really just two actors. And what it's about is in the first episode,
Dinner with Andre.
It's Dinner with Andre, yeah, kind of in a way. Is that like a guy comes to Steve Carell is a psychiatrist, and he comes to him and he's being very cagey. He doesn't want to say anything, and then Steve's like, okay, like we have to have trust. We have blah blah blah, and then he gets knocked out at the end of the first 20 minutes, and then he wakes up and he's in this house, and basically he's chained to the floor. And the guy admits he's a serial killer and he wants to get better. And it's like, and that's where it takes place is that like Steve Carell is giving therapy to the serial killer.
At least he wants to help improve himself. He
does. Yeah. And like, and so
maybe it's a Dan story.
It's a Dan story. That's actually the undertitle, in parentheses,
Actually, but Dan doesn't want to get better.
No. Well, he's on the run right now because with Lake Mead drying up,
Oh, that's right.
All right, so have you guys seen the most recent Game of Thrones?
You mean
I have not? I forgot.
Sorry.
I forgot to watch it.
House of
I've
Dragons.
watched any of them yet.
Yeah.
You haven't seen
I forgot. I forgot to watch it.
I have not watched Game of Thrones, nor have I watched the
House
Lord
of
of
Dragons. Is that
You
what
never saw
keep
Game
saying?
of Thrones?
House of, is it
No.
House
I'm
of the
talking about.
Dragon.
I haven't seen any of the
House
show
of the
that
Dragon.
was released about the Game
Oh,
of Thrones.
okay.
the
All
prequel.
right.
Well, I am not going to spoil anything on it at all.
Steve
Now
Martin
that I'm done with
dies.
Peaky Blinders, I got to choose one of the two.
But
figure it out.
I'll just say that this episode had something that happened in it that made me feel so fucking awkward. This last episode, you're like, what? What
I'm
would
just
it
trying
be?
to think.
Okay, I don't know. I
You
just
guys
felt
can stay. I'll just do it.
no. I'm not. It just
Was there a sheep in it? I don't.
no. It was just made me awkward. I just was like,
Oh,
this
okay.
makes
That
me feel.
yeah. Oh yeah. It is. That's the one thing that is really weird about Game of Thrones, and that when you read the books, because it's fantasy.
Oh, we lost Nick. He was going to
So-
give.
It's fantasy that Nick has internet that
God.
works.
God damn it. Yeah,
We're living
I'll get
in
to
a
that
fantasy.
in a minute too. And that they're an incestuous family. And
Speaking
so
of
it's,
incest,
Yeah.
hold on, Nick. Speaking of incest,
We're going to take a
wait
commercial
till you
break.
hear this next commercial that we're gonna have.
So there was an incest thing in there. Okay.
Wait, hold on. I gotta pause so I can say when.
See, I wasn't giving anything away. Now,
Right.
he.
So
Well,
so
no,
it's it's the daughter and the uncle.
Well, it's just like
Uncle,
See,
you don't see anything.
I wasn't
but it's
gonna-
just but it's just one. Of
Am I
those
right?
where-
Am I right though? Am I right?
I wasn't going to give anything away. All I said is there's an awkward scene in this
Yeah.
last episode that just made me feel.
Well, I was
skeevy.
I was waiting for that to happen.
Okay.
It,
All right.
what's
Well, that's your crackpot theory, and you can stick to it.
what's interesting to me is like what happens after that scene, though, Matt. Because
Right.
if you read the novellas, none of that is confirmed. Like what happened.
Oh.
It's like because like there's rumor because like everything in Game of Thrones, and you read the books.
You taught wrong. You
Uh,
tough me? I tough
Actually,
Matt
there's
Quick?
though.
Though.
Right.
Sorry, though.
Because
I thought though.
Now who's the dummy?
in the books, Sir Christian Cole refuses her. And like because like it's always like hearsay, like you don't know what's really true and what is not true because like he's an
Okay.
honorable man, and then she gets mad, and then it has like another, and so I think they took some other elements and like mixed them. But I've enjoyed the 3 or 4 episodes so far of the show. I think
They feel like they have at least more. Okay, compared to the Amazon Prime, we'll just say that the other prequel show,
mhm.
the framework and the rules I understand for House of the Dragon, right? I'm kind of like, oh, I understand all of these things, and I can kind of, even though I don't know where it's going, I have no fucking clue. I at least feel like I'm kind of like, these are the rules of the game. These are the players, and I'm watching this unfold. I don't know if it's just me. I feel way fucking lost when I watch the other show,
Yeah,
the
it's
Lord of the
'cause
Rings.
There's nothing to go off of. I thought they had the rights to I never said the book right correctly.
At least he spelled shit right. He had the T.
It's the Solarian Honor. I never said the book's name right, but like I thought they had the rights to that. They do not. So the only thing the show is based off of is the appendices of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I'm like, well, damn, it's like that's such a small area to work with. No wonder it's all just kind of up in the air, made up stuff. Yeah. But yeah, like I do really have enjoyed the House of the Dragon. I think it's
I don't know.
I think it should only be 2 seasons. I think if they can hold themselves to 2 seasons only, it'll be a great show. If they try to expand on it and make it like 5 seasons, then it will fail.
Yeah, just do something else from Game of Thrones.
Well, there's so many. Yeah, like
Don't drag it. There's plenty of storylines. Don't drag it onto something.
because to me,
dragging on.
Because they could just make these make 2 seasons with this cast with this storyline, and then there's a whole other infighting story that happens like 80 years later.
They're always
just
fighting.
as interesting.
Spoilers on fighting. But by the way, the funniest thing though, with Nick announcing that the Queen had died, was me saying, "Spoilers alert" on news. Yeah, you did in our texting group. You told us that the Queen died,
and it's literally all we've been hearing.
What?
I know.
Since.
Yeah. Here's
you mean
in our texting thread?
You mean the real Queen?
Sorry,
Okay,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I got us confused because we were on one other thing. And
what's the grace period on me? Because I'm still saying Prince Charles. I mean, is there do I get beheaded if I keep saying Prince Charles? Because he was Prince Charles for like 8. It's like, and I'm not saying this out loud, but maybe he killed the Queen because she refused to give up the throne. That's just my theory out there.
He's such a little twat.
But no one's listening. But they're flying. Allegedly, they're flying her coffin. They say her. I don't think she's in the coffin. To be honest with you, I don't think they're flying her around like to Scotland. I don't think she's actually in there. It's just an empty box with maybe some sandbags.
I love flying coffins. I mean, like that's an image I actually draw.
And I know they do it all the time, but I go, how much money is being spent? How much money is being spent honoring the dead Queen?
Dude, they've got more money than anything.
But I'm saying that there's people starving in the world.
There's one of my favorite TikToks from this was somebody used the Scarface scene when like they're making all the money.
Oh yeah,
montage, and it was like
the florist,
UK florists right now are just like making and all that.
I get. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm just saying, why do we spend so much? It's like when the president wins. They have all those parties for the elected. The president after they have the swearing-ins. Why are we having all this? Why are we wasting all this money? I don't know.
And Reggie Jackson's plan.
I mean, it is interesting. I mean, she's England's longest monarch.
I get it, but just have one day where you say, okay.
And where's the dragons? We're all waiting for the dragons.
Well, I don't know. Just for every single one of the cultures and countries that she occupied in her reign.
But my God, it's going to take us 6 months.
I know.
I really hope some countries in Africa just.
And then you have Prince Andrew, who's allowed to wear a uniform, but what's his name?
Harry.
Harry can't wear.
He's no longer part of the monarch.
He denounced himself from the family.
Yeah, they're not. But, okay, they're allowed to keep their titles, but they're not.
Who's the better person?
Well, you don't know.
Harry or the child molester?
I think the more important thing is I don't fucking care.
Thank you.
Like, for fuck's sake. Like, I mean, the best part was I think it was CNN was doing a live report and like they're interviewing people in the streets of London. And this reporter definitely got fired, right? Because he walked up to his girl and was like, "So what do you think about the Queen dying?" Blah, 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 whatever, insert bullshit question here. And she's like, "I really don't care." Like, she's like, "I disagree with the monarchy. It should have been dissolved years and years ago. They're just sitting there in Buckingham Palace having literally zero power. And her fucking son was a pedophile or whatever he said it was, or whatever he did. He's just a fucking pedophile or whatever." And like the reporter's like, "So you're not into the monarchy, eh?" Like he didn't know what to do, but the girl was just so real. It was like the realest 30 seconds of CNN's history. Like, it was amazing.
Well, you guys might have seen it. Like, it was a video that was I think released yesterday or today of like you just see like how spoiled and entitled they are, and because that's all they've ever known. And like you see, I was almost said Prince Charles, but like King Charles now, he loses his shit over a fountain pen.
Right?
It's like, what the fuck, dude? It's a pen. Get over it.
You didn't have to sit in traffic today. Think about that.
Yeah.
You didn't have to sit in fucking traffic.
But also the people that worked for him wherever he was at before, him and the old woman.
Get this left. Fucking thing out of here.
Camilla, what's her name?
Yeah.
Wherever they were working before, or wherever they lived before, all those people are getting sacked. They got their notice that they're being laid off, and just say, "Hey, fuck you! You're getting," because he's not going to. He's not going to the palace, and they have their own staff there. So these people that have worked for him for 20, 30 years, they're like, "Yeah, fuck you."
Later.
But wouldn't they just become Prince
Williams? Yeah, because Williams going to Buckingham.
They said they're getting sacked. I don't.
And look at us.
And I'm using the British term. I read it. I'm sorry, I read it.
Or become redundant. Yeah.
Did you guys see the NBC football premiere where Hoda was talking? Did you guys?
No. Sorry, I'm laughing at Randy.
So Hoda is on NBC, and it's for the Thursday night premiere football, right? Okay. And she's doing a segue, in the conversation, and she's talking about like, oh, this thing, the Queen died, they're gonna have this event, blah 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 blah.
Oh, I did see this, yeah.
And then it cuts back to football, and she's like, but here in America, and behind her is just a huge crowd, and they're all cheering, yeah.
It was like the most awkward.
Because she was just like, oh, over here in England, they're going to be, honoring the Queen.
In a state of mourning.
But back here in the United States, we're excited for, and it's football. But
are you ready for some football? Well, not the Queen.
I thought it was a. I don't know if Nancy Reagan got sacked. Got sacked.
I think she got in the sack a lot. Yeah.
No, I thought she took the sacks. Never mind.
She did take the sacks. Yeah.
Right. So supposedly,
I'm not going there. That's just
that is wrong, especially following the Queen's death. Come on, guys.
Yeah, I'm kind of like Chris. I don't watch. I'm like, even though that's my heritage.
Jack, you're getting more pixelated.
It's true.
Like it looks like somebody used a fuzz filter on you right now.
Yeah, I think that they're on to him. He's over here bashing the Queen and.
Yeah, they're trying to shut it down.
Don't say the Queen. She ain't no human being.
So, just since being pixelated on the internet, I went to I don't live in an HOA, but our community has its own authority.
How'd it go?
It was an interesting meeting. I definitely am the youngest person in my entire neighborhood by at least 25 years.
We told you that before you even went to the meeting.
We want broadband. We want it now. We want broadband.
We want dial-up. We want dial-up.
What's an internet?
It was kind of heartbreaking in a way in that. So,
have you seen my teeth?
The city wants to put in new water pipes through our neighborhood. So we're like, fucking yeah, let's, we're digging up the roads, let's put in some fiber while we're doing it. But the city is not going to be able to do it until 2025.
What?
And yeah. And
we won't even be doing this podcast in 2025.
Exactly. Yeah.
Most of Earth will be melted by that
point. It's one of those things where it's like, well, because they want to repave our roads as well. And we're like, we do that probably next year. I was like, no. Then everyone had a fuss, well, there's no point in repaving the roads until we get the new water pipes that get underneath the road. And then a guy, so basically the one guy's been doing research on fiber optic. So the reason why we do not have fiber in this neighborhood is because the city of Loveland's utility is what all the fiber is going into, but the utility that services our neighborhood is not the city of Loveland. So they don't want, and so it's a whole big hassle. And so now I'm like, I'm not waiting 3 fucking years. I was like, so I'm just going to look into Starlink and see how that goes.
Yeah, Starlink it up.
Can you, what you should have done is just brought an episode of this podcast.
Yeah.
To the meeting, and they can see how you freeze up every
this is my livelihood.
It's not a good look for Loveland.
Yeah. You're like, look, I've got thousands and thousands of listeners on this YouTube channel. You can just check it out.
Millions.
Okay. Millions.
I'll show. You can take my award and say it was yours.
This is where I'm getting locked up. I'm trying to make a dick joke here, or a reference to a dragon, talking about the Queen or bringing down the government, and I'm getting locked up. That's what your angle is. You're like, look, I have a QAnon podcast, and Queen still won't be buried by 2025. But those cables will. That pipe will.
Yeah, but two of my neighbors apparently do have Starlink, and I was asking about the latency and all that, and I said, "Oh, it's actually pretty good." I was like, "Oh, good." So I'll look.
So what is Starlink?
That is
Tesla's
internet.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of
I thought it was the character on
Star Wars. Yeah, I know.
No Boys. The Boys.
The Boys.
No, it's really meant for rural
That's
areas,
Starlight.
or but you can still get it here. It just takes a while for them to get the stuff to you because it's such in demand.
Was like you have like a satellite?
Yeah, it's like I forget how many Musk has, but he has like at least 27 or something like that satellites that just revolve around, and you're supposed to be able to get internet anywhere you want. Dozens of listeners.
No, not dozens. Tens of tens.
Tens. You're exaggerating. You say dozens and dozens. That's bullshit.
You're like 7.
So is it good internet? Is it?
Yeah, like it's not like fiber because
It'll
fiber.
get you done.
But yeah, it's I think
so with Nancy
like 200 down, and I want to say like
it'll get
80 up or something like that. So it's more than plenty.
It'll get better.
Yeah, it'll get better
over time.
Okay.
And it's $100 and I think $8 or $110 a month. So it's the same as
that's a lot of fucking money for 250 down though.
True.
How much is it?
It's just about $100, a little over 100.
Well, you're making more than that here, so it pays for it.
I mean, basically, this podcast pays for your internet.
No,
yeah,
I can't remember.
You know, it pays for the podcast.
Yeah, I figured you guys like me. I get like.
Oh shit! See, this is what we're talking about.
Whatever we're paying you, it's over. We're overpaying you, Nick. I was Cindy and I went to Costco today, and it was like every old person was at Costco today. We were there. I said, what? I said, what is this, senior day? And so my wife had to remind me. She goes, "You're a senior." I said, because they're all walking like this. One lady was in front of us, and it's like the only thing holding her up was the cart, right?
The force.
No, it was she's barely moving. She's struggling, but then she sees the sample over to the left.
Oh, fucking!
I don't even know what they were giving. She stops the cart right in the middle of the way and it sprints. She's like fucking Carl Lewis to get over there and get her sample.
Okay,
comes back.
This is my problem. People that ditch their carts in the most inconvenient spot in Costco. Like,
have you seen
there's
narcs?
There is like
yes.
this. There. Okay. I'm sure your Costco is similar. There's a freezer section, right, where you go in to get fresh fruit and stuff, right? You go into that.
We don't have Costco here. It's
a narrow section.
BJ's.
Right?
Oh, we have BJ's too.
I swear. Every time Nancy I go in, there's one person that blocks the entire entrance to the freezer area, like the walk-in area where you get your salads or your fresh fruit or whatever the fuck it is, right? They block it because they've just run in there to get something. And I'm like, you're blocking it from everyone, to go in there because this is your Costco.
It's frustrating.
There's nobody else fucking here except for
like I said, I thought the lady was going to die. She was struggling so hard to push this cart. And that
was my biggest fan of the week.
She just left it right in the middle. To go over. I said, well, I guess I'll stop.
I witnessed this last week, and this will be my old man rant of the show. But yeah, it pisses me off.
It's like when you're at an amusement park or somewhere where there's a large gathering. Where do people always stop? Do they go? Do they go to the sides?
No.
When I'm walking, I go, "Hey, why should I go to the side when I could stop in the middle and block everybody's way?" That's where I should stop, right here. Everyone goes, "Stop! You're going to get us in trouble." I go, "Fuck it! I don't care. Fucking move to the side. Move to the side."
Have any of y'all been to Italy?
No, not yet.
Okay. I was trying.
So Italy is like that. That's the whole fucking country with cars. I can't tell me how many times I was in Italy. You're just driving down the road, and then somebody just stops their car in the middle of the street and just gets out and walks in to get a coffee, and then comes back and gets their car and takes off again. You're just like,
I would have keyed the shit out of that car.
It's the whole
country. You can't because it's the mob. You can't.
Yeah, it's not called espresso.
Yeah.
It's an Italian joke.
We went to Euro Disney in France, in Paris.
You went to Euro Disney?
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're the one?
You're the
Hey, their haunted house is the best haunted house of the three I've been to.
Is it quieter than other Disneys?
But is it haunted or are you just
No, but people are smoking openly. But we were in the Pirates of the Caribbean, and and people are just cutting in front of us. And everyone's my wife and two daughters are getting mad. I said, "Look, it's just how it's going to be." But then I put my arm up keep people from going by, and I hit this girl in the nose. You hit me in my nose. I go, well, stay out of my way. Back up. I go, we wait in lines. We take our, and I was like going, this is how it's going to be. Either because that was the first ride. We always go in the Pirates of the Caribbean. Stupid Americans and your stupid ways of waiting your turn. It's just like, it was, I would never go again because the people there were so there was like no rules. It was just like, do whatever you want.
It is
was
amazing.
It Jacques Cousteau that you like bumped into?
Yes, that's why I get my French accent.
I love Jacques Cousteau.
Yeah. Does your dog bite? No, my dog
does not my
bite.
dog.
You said your dog does not bite.
Were you running into Peter Sellers? Like it's just
Peter Sellers
news. It was
I guess
funny how you said me news.
My news. You hit my news.
It just seemed something from the Pink Panther.
It is amazing.
I guess he
me.
was a dick, but he was a funny guy.
The thing is like in all the places I've been in this world, we are unique Americans in that, we come across as dicks for some things, but we at least know how to use a line, and I don't want to pinpoint any particular culture or people, and I'm not going to do that. But like,
I don't know.
I was.
Well, the internet
he muted himself. His internet muted himself.
The internet just culture canceled you.
It was like, I don't know. This seems like it could be racist.
We didn't hear what country.
I think your internet just censored you, and it was probably for the better.
Yeah, probably. No, but this has happened to me multiple times in Colorado, especially, in that Colorado. People want to get photographs of waterfalls or pretty scenery or whatnot.
Any of those people.
It's foreigners that come over here with these huge families, and they come from heavily populated areas, and they're oblivious to other people.
You're really narrowing it down.
Yeah.
You should clarify. While on vacation at the end of one of those lines.
Yeah, while on vacation. Yeah.
Okay.
But
sounds like a good TikTok thing.
Can we guess the countries you're talking about?
No. But I was waiting to take a photograph of many other people behind me.
Tokyo, they say Godzilla.
And this whole family decides to sit down and have a fucking picnic at the spot you take the photograph.
No.
Yes.
That's not okay.
And that's to me. And all of us are just like, what the fuck, people? And they sat there for 45 fucking minutes. But you don't want to be the people. It's like, hey, get your family, get the fuck out of here.
You waited 45 minutes to take a picture?
No, I just enjoyed the view of other things. But still, it's just it's just the fucking stupidity.
I enjoyed the view of me pissing on them.
Yes. Hey, Wolf is out. I said, rawr.
So, did we guess the country?
No, you did not.
No.
No.
I'm not gonna say, but it's just it's people. People piss me off anyway. But
yeah, I do get pissed off when people don't.
They're
follow.
Oklahomans. Oklahomans.
When the wind comes sweeping down the plains.
Who was it? I think.
Yeah. And also, here's my public service announcement. A couple days ago, Cindy and I both got our booster shot and the flu shot at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Don't do that.
Don't double down. Do one.
Don't double down. Cindy goes, I've talked to people and they say it doesn't affect you. I felt nauseous. I couldn't. I took 2 naps yesterday. I said I can't stay awake. I was out, and my arm was killing me.
Oh, did it? Okay. We are getting ours next Wednesday. So
I have super immunity anyway, but it's like
I have yet to get it officially. I've never tested for it. I've tested multiple times. I've never been on the docket. So
I didn't study, so I wasn't going to pass.
Lots of people around me. So
Will Fry said he got it, the booster and the flu shot today afterward.
Oh.
I didn't feel it right away. In fact, one of the shots I didn't even.
Will Fry, just take the day off tomorrow.
I got the one shot she gave me. I go, have you done it yet? She goes, yeah, it's already done. The other one was like, okay, are you purposely putting the needle in further?
That sounds like something else.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. But
so and then there was didn't like my card at Costco, motherfucker.
There was an older couple there. The guy got and she
was missed there. Nobody went for the obvious joke.
Oh, what was that?
Go ahead. Nick already insulted like 7 billion people, so go ahead.
I was gonna say
that's the entire
it's
planet.
almost like Cindy was.
That's what I said. It's it was a subtle there. Yeah,
using the whole fist there, Doc. But no,
she didn't even know you were there.
I don't know. Anyway, I lost track of what I was saying.
Nick got it.
Remind me, Mike, 2-time COVID club over here. Well, you live in Florida. You're supposed to have it. You're supposed to have it at least twice. And can I ask Chris this? What happened to all the Patriots fans?
They're gone.
For 20 years, you saw nothing but Patriots fans. Patriots fans. This. We're the best. We're loyal. We're diehard. And they know their season's going to suck. And suddenly, you see nothing from nothing. Absolutely nothing from Patriots fans.
Well, a lot of that too is because the media is not covering them.
Okay, I get that, but still,
spoken like a true politician, right there.
I mean, it's true.
It's not our fault.
Like ESPN's not like doubling down on their coverage on Tom Brady, right? As the Patriots, like we have a shit team right now. But the only national news worthy aspect of our team is Bill Belichick, because they're saying he might retire soon. But other than that, like the team sucks. Like we're not good. It's a shame.
It's a shame because Bill has he hurt his. And that Mike points out there's a really good show on YouTube. So every Sunday night at 10 p.m. on Crackpot Sports, and we talked about a little bit.
Crackpot Sports, huh?
And we talked a little bit about this on Sunday night. It's like, okay, he's been terrible with the drafts, just terrible.
Well, I mean, when you you're Coach Belichick, you're looking at like your record, your life, because if he retires,
we're only thinking about the next game. Sorry, next game. I don't care.
I think you might be thinking about your legacy.
I don't care about my legacy. I'm thinking about the next game.
Yeah, I think your win-loss average total, you're going to want to keep that. So.
Next game. But
just a guess.
Like, okay, here, I'll ask Chris this. I'll ask since you're a diehard Patriots fan. Okay. Is Bill Belichick's legacy hurt by how, after Tom Brady left, his teams have sucked?
No.
And before he had Tom Brady in Cleveland, his team sucked.
No.
I still think he's a great coach, but he should have not been the one drafting the players.
I mean,
his drafts have been terrible. Am I right?
I have no clue on this.
What do you mean his drafts haven't been terrible? They've been terrible.
For 20 years, though, he had not just one of the best quarterbacks, he had one of the best teams, period. Like right. Tom Brady never once had a defense that was below 5th ranked in the country. Like I mean, it was the whole team was great. It wasn't just Brady.
But I get that. But what happened?
I mean, it can only go so long.
But your picks are not sticking with the team. His picks have been terrible. Terrible.
Maybe they just haven't paid off yet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, maybe it's because they can't film other teams. I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, I just find it funny that you don't see a lot of Patriots fans.
Well, I watched it.
I mean, N'Keal Harry, Chase Winovich, Damian Harris. That was all 2019. 2020, Kyle Duggar. Michael
Kyle Duggar has 19 kids and counting.
Yeah. In 2021, Mac Jones. I mean, still have a lot to see there.
Well, they made the playoffs last year.
Terrible drafts, but like Shaq Mason, Trey Flowers, Jacoby.
He's never going to give up on this. This is like the cheese on the taco debacle.
Garoppolo, Logan.
I mean, I don't care. I'm not a Patriots fan. I'm just saying.
Chandler Jones, Tavon Wilson, Nate Ebner. He was fucking amazing, dude. Devin.
How long ago are these drafts?
I'm going back to all the drafts he's been a part of. You accuse him of being so terrible.
Let's talk about the last 3 or 4 drafts.
That's all. You can't.
Most recent.
The recent team is best.
for the same reason it doesn't tarnish his legacy, is that you can't define a legacy on 3 seasons.
But
you
I'm saying
define a legacy on the amount of
but I'm
seasons
saying
he's coached, and the amount of wins, and how many fucking Super Bowl rings he's got.
I get it, but
that's the legacy.
I still say he's a great coach, but I'm saying there are people out there there's people talking.
Who?
You see it all the time.
Jack is on YouTube Sunday night at 10 p.m.
Is
This
it
is the same
King
fucking
Charles?
channel where Jack gets together and complains about the fucking order of the build of tacos. Like, no one gives a fuck about.
They do, but if enough people would listen, they would say, "Okay, you know what? Jack is fucking right."
I really hope Miami Mike he doesn't talk about tacos on the sports podcast with you.
Of course he will.
No, fuck that.
So no, I think he's going to be a Hall of Fame coach, and that's it.
That wasn't the question. I just said he's a Hall of Fame coach. I'm just saying, are people?
There it is. Then there's his fucking legacy. The guy's a goddamn.
I'm not the one saying, but I'm saying is what people. It was always that. What do people say about Tom Brady?
People are saying
he's in a system. He's
the GOAT.
He's good because of Bill Belichick.
No. People outside of New England thought that because they hated fucking Tom Brady. Like there was an excuse.
A lot of people say
shit on him.
Lots of people
hate
are
Tom
saying
Brady because
stuff.
Tom Brady fucking killed everybody.
I didn't even. I heard it.
Tom Brady was pampered.
He had special privileges. Dude, who cares? He won.
I could throw the ball too if I wouldn't make it hit.
Yeah,
he won.
You don't make it to 40 as a quarterback.
Good looking.
Yeah.
Most quarterbacks make it to 40 now.
Well, I'm saying, but you don't.
And then you have Brett Favre. Brett Favre's going to be soon starring in the new Longest Yard.
Yeah, no shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's part of a welfare scandal in Mississippi.
Oh, it's bad.
Oh, yeah.
So he's going to be going to jail until while he's there. He might as well film the Longest Yard.
That does not look good.
Wait,
I mean, it's confusing to me why like you've already made millions doing other things. Why are you?
Why would you steal welfare money?
Right.
From the poorest state in the nation.
I don't know much about it, but he could have deniability on that, and that it was the government of Mississippi that gave him the money, for that field.
Oh, they planted the evidence. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying like
he could say he didn't know where it was coming from.
He didn't know where it's coming from. That's what I'm saying. Like the government just said, "Oh, we're going to take it from this to give it to him." But like, he could be like, "Oh, I don't know. I didn't know where the money came from. I just got the money."
One of the headline texts that I just saw, it was like Santa Claus came again or something. Something about that was his text saying that
Santa Claus came again.
I don't want to think about. Yeah.
Well, Nancy, I'm gonna be Santa.
Won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Not Christmas, Santa. I know.
That's a big candy cane.
Mrs. Claus, she doesn't need to know anything.
Hell, man. I'm not even religious. I know I'm going to hell.
And you're not waiting in line.
Yeah. Nancy Reagan's going to be waiting in hell, though, with a red dress on. So, big hot pointer.
Wait, young Nancy Reagan or old Nancy Reagan?
Yeah, that's a good question. Young or old?
Probably the puppet from that Phil Collins video.
Nice. Awesome.
Right?
Awesome. Dude, honestly, like, there's 2 things I think of when I think of Nancy Reagan. Well, actually, since doing this podcast, there's now 3 things I think about when I hear Nancy Reagan. But the 2 things I think about was Nancy Reagan trying to get all of us kids to not smoke pot,
right.
And then the fucking puppet from Genesis.
What movie is that? Is it Genesis?
Yeah, no, it's a music video for oh my god, what the fuck is that song? Oh, Genesis.
I'm looking it up. Land of Confusion.
And Land of Confusion, yes.
Oh my gosh.
This is the world we live in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, and then the those puppets were just so fucked up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Like Phil Collins' puppet, like, he was like, fucking guys, this is my music video. Why are you doing that to me?
In that case, then it would be a hand job. Puppet hand job, get it?
Yep.
And Matt Treese comes in with Land of Confusion, but it was a little late, Matt. Sorry, Matt.
Oh, no, that's okay. Mike says Favre's recent texts are much better than his old text to Jen Sturger. Oh, yeah, his penis texts.
Yeah, remember his.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Man, this guy really gets around with his dickery.
Yeah.
Dickery duck.
I won't go on.
Look at this picture of my cock.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking of
That was Andrew Dice Clay,
Yeah.
who I used to think was funny, but now I'm just appalled by it.
Oh, so appalled. Oh my gosh. Why would people laugh at that back in the 90s?
Yeah, it's disgusting. Disgusting.
So gross. Mm.
You know what's disgusting? We got 2 emails we got to get to because I need to go to bed.
Oh, shit.
Me too. Yeah, I
We're
gotta
Pushing
work
the
that
midnight
in.
oil here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
work
they
it in
wait?
there,
Are they
just like
are they
the-
two from Randy?
They are only one from Randy.
I'm looking forward to it. Let's hear it.
All right.
So the first one is from Maggie Mack,
Oh, hey,
Ooh,
Maggie.
okay.
Jack, Nick, Matt, and Chris.
Fucking hell.
Second billing.
I don't think I've ever gotten final billing before. I guess I'm getting the last
You're
word.
on your way down.
I was actually kind of
Yeah.
hoping she forgot.
So is
that I was-
Nancy.
I was moonlighting on this show.
I mean, Matt got third. He's not even officially on the podcast.
I know. I just moonlight on here. I'm not.
He's back on the payroll.
Okay.
Make sure of it.
I appreciate it.
She sent us her Florida man.
Send it to his internet though. Okay, go ahead.
Or
sorry.
Florida man. Yeah. Okay. What you got?
Okay,
Nick.
so she sent us her Florida man titles and says, "Here are mine. Florida man allegedly stole pool floats from homes to stop himself from raping women."
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
That-
I'm
that's
sorry I
so
suggested
incredible.
that you look at that. On
How
Google.
does that work?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I guess maybe maybe he's talking about the little arm floaties. I don't know.
Oh, so he just put those on his junk? I guess.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Huh.
Another one
What?
is
Maybe I like to imagine he had a really tiny dick. and
You
he
would like to imagine that, wouldn't you, Matt? That's a little fucking weird.
she sent in 3. So another one said another drugged out Florida man gets
I
naked.
never even got to finish it. It's the tiny dick is in the
Oh,
ball.
sorry.
It's in the
What?
a beach ball. So it's like
beach-
it's just going into the little.
Hi, I like to imagine little dicks.
I'm really sorry,
You're
Nick.
imagine-
I'm really sorry, Maggie. I messed up this whole
Are
thing.
you implying that you can stick your dick in the air in the blow tube?
I'm imagining someone like
Please stop.
Florida man.
Please stop.
Well, I
Someone
mean,
Stop.
Okay.
Fumble!
to be clear, this man is wanting to commit rape.
I know.
I can't believe I'm laughing at this. The story's
So
in the
I'm-
background. I should.
I'm belittling this person by saying, "Oh, they had a
Oh.
tiny dick and they're
Oh, okay,
sticking
now-
it into a beach ball." Not me, not
honestly
anybody I
didn't hear a
know.
fucking thing that you said.
Not
for
imagining.
30
The raper is like, "Oh, I'm going to use this beach ball because I got a tiny dick because I feel like I have to rape women." So it was a belittlement of the raper. So.
Okay. Got it. Okay. That makes
Oh,
more
well,
sense.
land of confusion. Am I right? Hey,
Ooh.
throwback joke.
I think Nick's assessment was probably better, but seriously gross.
Well, hopefully the guy got.
title.
Hopefully did they lock
Maybe.
the guy up? That
I don't. She just sent me the titles.
Okay, yeah, go ahead with the next,
Okay.
next one.
Second title is another drugged out Florida man gets naked and bites off a chunk of human flesh.
Ugh,
Fucking
that
Florida
just
man.
sounds
dude.
like a Tuesday.
well, you know what? You know why he did that? Because he was pissed off because the lettuce is on top of the meat and not
Oh,
the
for
cheese.
fuck's sake.
Wow, you're comparing yourself with the guy that bought off the flesh.
Well, I'm just saying he wouldn't have done that if the taco was done right.
Look, I'm just imagining a guy with a small dick putting it in a beach ball. Okay. Go ahead, Nick. What is there another
And
one?
the third one is Florida man throws a samurai sword at a sheriff's deputy. So yeah, good old Florida.
You know, Florida's really fucked. When the last one there, it sounds like the most normal scenario.
It's the most
of
normal
them
one.
all.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I can see that one happening. Yeah. Okay. Florida.
Well, it's good to hear from you, Maggie. Thank you for sharing your email.
Yeah. And
I'm sorry, Matt. I'm sorry, Matt ruined it.
yeah,
Me too.
that's what he does. Second email's from Randy, of course,
Oh.
titled "Wholesome Thoughts."
Hmm.
Hi,
Aw.
Franklin, and Claremont.
Wait, who's the third Franklin?
I know I'm not from Franklin. I don't live in Franklin, so I don't get it either.
I grew up in Claremont.
Maybe he's just calling you Franklin, like as a nickname.
The community I grew up in San Diego was Claremont, so am I Claremont?
That's what I figured. Yeah.
Mm.
With no thanks to you guys, I can't seem to get Nancy Reagan, Lazy Susan,
off my head.
Yeah, Abigail Adams out of my mind. So to try to rid myself of these distracting thoughts, I will ask a very wholesome question for each of you.
Okay.
What is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh, I thought it was going to be our favorite presidential
2 answers.
wife.
I'm going to give you 2 answers because this just came up recently. For ice cream, mint chocolate chip. Chocolate sprinkles, let's go. But follow-up question. Who remembers, and if you do, or if you've seen them recently, like the Good Humor ice cream novelty bars, the toasted almond bar?
No, I haven't seen toasted
have one of those?
No, I've not.
They were so good, and I haven't seen them in years.
How come you always like stuff that doesn't?
All the time?
How come you like
the
stuff that doesn't?
chocolate with the sprinkled almonds on top, right?
You guys remember the Good Humor Saucerito tortilla chip?
You remember when the Good Humor man used to offer to take you for a ride?
No,
you don't remember that?
His name was Reacher.
He picked up Matt with a fucking trunk full of beach toys for crazy shit.
Can you get your dick in here?
So wait. What was the question from Randy again? Which was
what's your favorite ice cream?
Presidential ice cream. Oh, ice cream.
I was gonna say Molly.
Not presidential ice cream, just like
I was gonna say Dolly Madison for my favorite
first
lady because I liked her cakes.
Yeah, they were tasty cakes. I was going to say Betty Ford because I liked that she made all these clinics for people. Yeah. The ice cream. Oh man, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. What is yours, Nick?
It's not really ice cream. I like.
That's not an answer. You have to have an ice cream.
I remember this.
I like gelato more than I do ice cream.
It's got to be fucking. Just name an ice cream.
Yeah, it's like okay, gun to your head. You're at an ice cream store. You have to get the ice cream, or this man is going to kill you and all of us.
I'm kind of plain, so ice cream. I probably just go with vanilla or some kind of sorbet of some kind.
Okay, all right. Like a French vanilla, strong vanilla, just vanilla, whatever they got.
Yeah, whatever they got. Yeah.
Okay.
Could be vanilla bean. Could be whatever.
I love ice cream, but I would go with Neapolitan.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Oh yeah, that's not bad. I like.
What my son-in-law did one time. I bought Neapolitan, and I come out and I go, "Why is there only vanilla and strawberry left?" He cut out the chocolate and took it all. He goes, "I thought that's how you were supposed to eat it." I go, "No, you're not marrying my daughter."
That's the one I would leave behind. I would eat the vanilla and the strawberry and leave the chocolate.
No, they're good, but I like cookies and cream, mint chocolate chip, like you said. And,
cookies.
I love ice cream. It just doesn't love me, but I will eat it.
I like strawberry. Strawberries.
I'm shopping over here, Jack. Are you like peeping on my screen?
Strawberries are always kind of my go-to.
Well, don't you want me to add it?
No. Oh, is it still? I'm sorry. Stop sharing.
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted me to share it. Did everyone get Chris's credit card number?
I want to have a toasted almond ice cream bar. Now.
I used to like banana. I used to like banana nut.
You would.
Sure you did, yeah.
I did.
Nuts, yeah.
Just one big banana and 2 giant nuts. There was an ice cream from my childhood that I remember having that had like these little bits of like butter pecan or butter crunch. I think it was butter crunch. And I've always wanted to have that same butter crunch flavor again. Like it had little bits of toffee or something in it.
Yeah,
so good. And I could never get that.
I guess they don't make them anymore, but we used to have, was in California, they were called Big Sticks, popsicles.
Why is everything that you ate when you were a kid? Like, how am I getting all of the dick?
At least it was big. One little needle dick like yours.
No, that's the raper. It's the raper. Okay.
Bill the Raper. Anyway, no, I guess they don't make them anymore because
I wonder why.
Well, they were the best ones out there. It was like a swirl type popsicle.
I just imagine the guy that was making them. I mean, I can't keep making all these big sticks for these kids. It's just driving me crazy.
He got arrested.
I had one the other day.
White van just says big sticks.
I had one the other day. Ice cream that I hadn't had before. It was like a strawberry and lime mixed together, and it was a really interesting flavor. I was like, "Oh, this is good," because I tend to like citrusy things, and so that's why my favorite gelato is lemon. Because when I went to Italy for the first time, that's what they have is gelato. And so I was like, "Hey, what's like the most popular flavor?" And they said lemon. I was like, "Oh, really?" Because you would think, because Americans would think vanilla or chocolate, and they're like, "No, it's too strong because the flavor in gelato is just so strong." And they're like, and so I had lemon. I was like, "This is fucking awesome," And so whenever
did you eat it when you're waiting for the guy to get his espresso?
Espresso, yes, yeah. And then I shot him for saying espresso, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Did you guys ever see that?
I'm still shopping.
Did you guys ever see that? Did you guys ever see that video? It was like a British humor where there were grammar Nazis.
No.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
You said something.
You said, do you remember? I said no. I don't remember.
There was
you just said grammar Nazi. I'm like, I have no recollection of the grammar Nazi.
Yeah, there was a I'll see if I can find it. But there's a British skit, and it was just called like the grammar Nazi. It's in an office setting, like The Office, and this woman says something or a guy says something wrong, and he goes, "Wait a minute, what did you say?" And she goes, "Blah blah blah," and he just goes on this huge tirade, and he kills this first person, and then he looks at this woman, he goes, "You, what are you drinking?" She goes, "An espresso." And then he kills her. He's like, "It's espresso," and like it's just that's what he does. It's comedic gold. But I'll send it to you guys. And so for everyone out there, I'm sorry that you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Me too.
Sorry.
Me too.
This was a great show, guys.
Chris has just ordered 14
I can't find
pounds.
He's
so
got
upset right now. It's not available.
Oh,
we lost him down.
My first story wasn't a joke. It actually happened. Didn't that be funny?
No point in getting defensive, Jack.
You keep saying joke. It wasn't a joke. It was I almost died
from alcohol poisoning.
Probably, yeah. Not like Jabe. I told the story where Jabe almost drowned because he got shit faced in Vegas. With the bathtub, I go up there, all the floors all squishy from water. I go, the fuck? Throw up. It looked like a crime scene. There was throw up all over the wall. He's like in the shower. He's in the bathtub naked with the shower curtain all wrapped around him. I go, and the water, and it clogged the water. It was overflowing. He's lucky he didn't drown. He's lucky he didn't drown. And I'm like walking. So it had a balcony, so I put I had to put all the bed stuff on the. It was a mess. I said, "What the fuck are you doing?" So I had to clean them all up.
That's such a dad thing to do. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
You were there.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah. Fuck it. You gotta do what you gotta do.
You saved his life.
Yeah, lucky me.
Yeah, I mean the alternative history of this would have been like some kind of like podcaster dies of asphyxiation, lost podcaster.
or drowning.
Or drowning, yeah, sure. But I just imagine him like they find him with that's horrible. I'm glad you saved his life.
Yeah, me too.
Too bad.
I guess he couldn't remember the room number, so he was throwing his key on every door. You're lucky he didn't get shot. What the fuck? Anyway.
Well, I'll try to join you guys on one of these nights when you're talking about football. So, yeah. So,
college football was really good this past weekend. I know you guys don't watch, but it was good. Good weekend.
I watched some of it. A lot of upsets. Could have been up. Alabama could have lost.
Alabama, Texas was a good game. Tennessee, Pitt was a good game. And there's
what was a good game? This podcast. It was a really good game.
Wait, you trying to shut us down, Matt? What the fuck? You're just the guest.
We're almost at 2 hours, and we lost Chris like 20 minutes. Chris is so fucked up.
I'm still shopping for ice cream, and I found another one. Remember the 1980s WWF ice cream bars? Those things were awesome.
Well, it's going to be another hour.
No. Anyway, thanks for joining us. If you'd like to join us, we will not be live next Wednesday. It'll probably be Tuesday, Thursday, maybe. I don't know.
Hopefully
we'll figure
Thursday.
it out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll see.
Nick has another senior meeting. But
we get one a year. Bullshit.
Only one a year?
Yeah, 1 year. Because like the guy actually had the balls. The guy that was like our treasurer or secretary or whatever said something like, "Oh, like we'll address that next meeting." And I just like, and I'm sure he heard me because I said it pretty loud. I was like, "You mean next year?" Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's banana nuts right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on with this big stick.
So anyway, you can send us an email. You can send it to what's the email?
RCAD cast at
gmail.com.
Once again,
RCAD cast
at gmail.com.
You guys are wonderful.
Become a patron. Go to Patron. Just go to Jay and Jack. Click the button and become a patron. We're still looking for our first $1 million pay. If you donate, if you say I'm going to be $1 million patron, we'll let you be on the show. We'll kick Matt off and let you pick his spot.
You be sure though, and stipulate when you give that money that it goes to the RCAD only.
Yeah, exactly.
This goes to Nick's internet. Please.
In fact, don't even bother being a patron. If you're gonna have $1 million, just send a check.
We got PayPal. We're cool. Like just send it.
Send it to Matt's Only Crayons page. Yeah. That would be really great.
Only Crayons. Yep.
Yeah. No.
All right. Good night, everybody.
But we like to thank all our patrons. We're going to thank 5 patrons right now. Tack from Paris, Edgar Rickner Glaffiller, Joanne with the Plan, Maggie the Magnificent, and Ed, the creepy letter carrier. Thanks for all you do. And thanks for everyone who joined us live. We had a great time. That's all we got.
Remember we used to have somebody that was like all creative and like would make up little names.
Yeah, but they sucked.
This was a great show, kids. It was 1 in a million.
Was it though?
The more you know.
Anyway, God bless. God save
1
the
in
Queen.
100.
Maybe. Yeah.
And hats off to Prince Charles. Bye, everybody.
King Charles III.